Welcome everyone to my journey to the 4x1 medley. Swimming, as you all know, is changing. 50s of stroke are now at the Olympics, which means you can't say they're not important because they are just as important as everybody else. And I must say, there's a lot of other things that I'm starting to realize. And I'm taking you on a new adventure called the journey to the 4x1 medley relay. So what do I mean? My goal is I don't want to just go to Nats this next year. I want to make this relay the 4x1 because I think because one, the 4x1 has value on our team. We all, I think the men have always gone top 8 the past 3 years, and it's probably my best chance because I think relative to the team, my strongest suit is 100% the one fly, and the 4x1 medley relay literally gets to use that right there. So there is casual swimming, just swim for fun, for fitness. But I don't really seek just swimming for fitness. I want to push myself to be faster than I ever have before. Like for my mindset is not just do it for fun. My mindset is to get better. Even if we're not in competitive swimming, that is what I want to do. Been inspired by some of our top swimmers. And the other thing is I don't want to lose this chance because there's a real chance of me actually of making it. It now with what with like now. So you might start wondering what I'm gonna try to do. I could just do more yardage, push in, and just grind the hell out. But I feel like that gives me less return. So you have to kind of come up with more of a quote unquote strategy to get fast. My strategy is first underwater work. I currently don't do a decent amount of underwater, but one, I feel like it's still not enough, and two, I don't know if my underwater is fast enough to the point where it's actually helping me rather than hurting me. My goal is that I want to be underwatering 2 7 strokes a lap. Like yes, just 7 strokes a lap at most. And yes, maybe the last lap might be 8, but our goal is 7 a lap. But when I'm taking these 7 strokes, I don't want to just be taking slow strokes. I want to be doing fast strokes. You have to have DPS at your rate, the fast rate, and that is where the tempo trainer comes in. Now, my idea of the tempo trainer is to make sure my rate, whether it's underwater kicking or surface swimming, it doesn't fall off because that is a big issue that happens in the latter parts of a race and why people slow down. So maybe you might want to know, why do I really want to go fast? Because, well, one thing I just realized about myself is that I'm never exactly a norm fitter. Most people will be like hella fast in high school, and then they come to college club, and then they're just quote unquote having a good time. While for me, if anything, it's kind of been a flip flop. Like I think I'm now like probably more like willing than ever to want to like get fast and like get yeah. And when it comes to norm fitting, I think my swim career has been like the most non kind of norm fitting. And this is why the traditional success of swimming is like I'd say high school states or sections champs, and or maybe signing into D1 or just anywhere. But personally found college club you can find a lot of success there also. And my idea of success isn't like winning titles or anything because if that was how success was defined, I would completely fail. But my idea is longevity. Like, is this something you still want to do down the line? And is this something that you enjoy doing? Much more so than how fast do you swim with one free. Many fast people that I know, like they're doing really well. They make sections or even states, but they absolutely detest every moment that they're doing this sport. And there and there's a lot of reasons why this could be happening. You know, when you're on big teams, you have like no uniqueness because you're just kind of sort of blurred in that big group. The coaches don't really get to know you unless you're really fast because they don't get can't really know 60 or 70 people really well. Fitting in also sucks because like you can't really develop what you like because you're always obligated by what the coach wants. So good examples that a lot of clubs nowadays are very distance or IM oriented. Being distance or IM oriented is like the opposite of what you want on relays, which is very sprint oriented and stroke specialty oriented in a way. And the other big problem with just with being quote unquote one of the bunch in this sport is you kind of don't own your career. The coach sort of owns your career. And I don't sorry to say this, but not everything your coach says is true. One good example is a coach who says that need that your ability to do 10 ones on the 120 and hold the best average is how you get faster at the 1 free. Total BS. Any kind of swimmer who's been on the sport for like a few years knows that is not the truth. And yeah, there's just no nostalgia for me in the sport. My idea is not back then I was hella good. Back then, uh, back then, I was doing, I was literally like able to go 56 one breast. No, that doesn't exist. For me, the most capable time I have to go fast is right now, not 10 years ago or high school. So here we go with what I'm going to start saying at the end of each video. Sub 2 equals my favorite artist concert, which is probably going to be either K-pop or Yoasobi or T Swift. Sectionals equals World Series game. 4x1 medley equals full icon pass. See ya all, and let's get started on this journey.